welcome back to the shop. So today, as you saw in the thumbnail, I picked up, an inexpensive plasma cutter. So I've never owned one before. I do tons of stuff in the shop. I'm going to be building, the 67 Pontiac into a new drag and drive car. So I'll be, doing a bunch of fabrication to that, turbo setups and just all kinds of miscellaneous stuff. So I figured, I've got drill presses and I've got Zawzaws and all kinds of stuff, but this might be kind of nice to have. So I picked one up. This is Bestarc is the name of it. I paid $191 for it. It is the BTC500DP model, and I'll flip the camera around and just show you what it comes with. But then Amazon kind of screwed up because I also purchased some additional consumables on Prime Day, and I'll show you how they screwed up to my advantage, which is always awesome. But let me just show you real quick what all I got and why I picked this unit. All right, simple enough, right? Comes with, your cutting cable, or I should say cord and trigger here. What's nice is it comes with about a 6-foot, looks like extension with, the 240 volt. Also comes with the, adapter 110 to 240. Obviously comes with a ground clamp and some additional consumables. And I believe there were consumables in the gun itself already. So we got a couple of additional consumables. You can see the manual here, as well as, a little wrench. So why this unit, right? Well, one, it's got a built-in dryer here in the back, so that way it can trap any moisture here. It's all built in, doesn't really hang out the back so much. It is a nice little portable unit. You can see it's not huge by any means. Here we can adjust the pressure up front instead of out back. So we can do it right here. We can, obviously adjust our amperage, but also here, which is kind of nice, you can also adjust your your post flow. In other words, how much air flows out and cools the tip, of the gun. So you can adjust your post flow here, which is a feature you really don't see on a lot of models. And it's pretty basic, right? You'll make your connections and then plug in your ground clamp. So it's a nice little unit, and I'll try it out here in just a minute. Again, I've never used one. I'll get a little piece of scrap, attach it to this little table, and we'll just slice a quick little piece off and see how it does. Now, the one thing, I've read and saw in a lot of other videos too, is make sure you use the hell out of it for the first, few weeks. Amazon return policy is you got 30 days to try it, use it. If there's a problem, then, you can still return it at that point in time. I bought a 4-year warranty for this. It was $24. I figure if this thing pukes after the first year, we'll see if the insurance sold through Amazon actually will come through or not, and replace it. So I figure for 24 bucks, we'll give her a whirl. Now, let me show you what I ordered from Amazon for additional consumables. So what I ordered was this, okay? Oops, to get my hand in the right area. Basically, some additional ceramic pieces, some noses, these little guide pieces and stuff. I think I paid $14 on Amazon Prime. Plus, it was Amazon Prime Day, so I got a pretty good deal for that. But what I didn't expect was all this other stuff. You can see here, I got an additional ground clamp. I got a pair of welding gloves. I received an additional dryer here, right? The gauge for the dryer. And this little cheap, mask. So I only ordered this, the additional consumables, and all that other stuff came in. So I think this was supposed to be some starter kit thing, and I think they picked the wrong box in my favor, and I'm not going to complain one bit. So I'll take that as a bonus. I'll just chalk that up to dumb luck. So now let me go ahead and set up this unit for use, And then, like I said, we'll try to cut a piece of scrap and just see how it works out of the box. Hopefully, it doesn't let the smoke out, and hopefully it works like it's supposed to. All right, guys, so red goes to red, pretty straightforward. This just threads into this, like so. Whoops. Pay attention to what I'm doing. And if you notice here, this has a little V-notch right there. And that V-notch, you just kind of spin her around, she'll pop right in, and just get her tightened up. All right. And then the ground, you can see there's just a little notch right there. Just put it in here like so, give her a twist, locks into place, and you're all set. So really, there's only 4 connections that you need to make, plus your air hose. And then you can plug it in and let it rip. Always a good sign. Just powered it up, hooked up the air line to it, and you can see it says do not exceed 70 psi. It does have on the gauge here, what your ranges should be for air pressure, depending on if you're running 110 or 220 there. Again, you can see I can dial up my amperage or reduce my amperage, and also change my flow, which, the less flow, if you will, you'll be going through consumables quicker, but you'll use less air. So, there is a trade-off here. Again, I've got my clamp and everything hooked up. What I need to do now is put a piece of steel or aluminum, and we can give it a whirl. Now, I am running on 240 volts. You can see what I've got is I've got a heavy cable that plugs over here to my wall. That way I can take this pretty much anywhere in the garage. I'm not going to use 110, not unless I have to. I read a lot of people talked about run it on, the 220 or 240, whatever you want to call it. And the reason being is, it puts less strain on the unit, if you will. By running 110, right, it's got to work harder to cut through the metal. If you run it on the 220 volt, it actually, doesn't strain the machine. The machine will have an easier time, cutting and dealing with the material. And if you notice right here, it's already automatically detects if it's 110 or 220. So that's kind of a nice thing as well. It automatically detected that I'm running it on 220 volt. So let me go ahead and set the material up. I'll set the camera up, and well, you'll see my very first cut. I'm not gonna try and not cut something, first and then show you what I did. Anyway, let's see how this works. Well guys, this is aluminum, and it just zipped right through it like nothing. Now I didn't put a guide on here, right, like a piece of scrap to make sure I got a nice straight cut, but man, it buzzed right through that like nothing flat. That was kind of nice to do. Now let's try this piece of steel. Guys, this is going to get me in trouble. This is awesome. Playing around, did a little freehand, right? You can see some of the crap on the back, but just a fun little freehand just to see how this thing cut through the aluminum. And you can see the thickness of the aluminum there, at least I think you can. And you can see here the steel, about how thick that is. So, but I think that's 3/16 inch right there. So, buzzed right through, guys, and this thing, I had it at 25 amps. I've got the air pressure set at 60, and all I did was just you know, plugged and play. I mean, guys, this literally took me 10 minutes to set this whole thing up, shooting the video and, you know, letting it rip. So I'm pretty darn happy with my purchase at this point. So guys, I'm pretty happy with my little purchase of my little Bestarc machine. You know, like I said, I paid $191 with the additional consumables and the warranty. I think it was $247 for this off Amazon. So you saw, I mean, I basically just hooked up the gun, connected the air, put in the ground clamp, put some metal on the bench here, turned it on. I did hit the pilot arc a couple times, or the on-off switch a couple times before I actually filmed. I just wanted to make sure the air pressure was set okay. You know, because you just basically pull the knob out, pull the knob out. You can adjust it left or right to increase or decrease your air pressure, push it back in, it kind of locks it back in place. And then you can obviously saw how easy it is to adjust amperage and your post flow. I do have a dryer also, moisture catcher on my air compressor lines, and I also have a video I'll put here on one of the things I do. I've got a series of lines connected that helps, you know, moisture get trapped, not in the lines or in the drains of the lines, I should say. So it should help keep the air from getting a lot of moisture and from getting to the unit itself. Because as your compressor runs a lot, right, it generates heat. As it generates heat, it generates condensation, and condensation then, you know, gets in your air lines, gets you in your moisture dryer here, right, and then, you know, it affects the usability of your equipment. So like I said, I'll put that link up there, and you can see how I you know, do a moisture reduction, if you will. So that should help, you know, the longevity of the equipment as well. So now the hardest part is, where am I going to put it? So with that said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this little short video, what comes with the machine, you know, how easy it was really to set it up, and how quickly I was able to just jump right in and start using it. So we'll be doing some projects with this. You know, I need to do a couple things for my current car, my 1970 Dodge Dart. A couple things I want to improve on, especially when towing it, you know, to take it to the racetrack. I really don't have anywhere to tie it down in the back of the car, so I want to make some tie down brackets. So with that, anyway, have a great day, guys. I hope this little video helps you maybe with a decision, or at least some features that you should be looking for in a piece of equipment you're looking for. Like I said, this is an expensive, you know, I'm just home shop, home use type thing, so it's not going to see tons and tons of production use. But when I want to use it, it's going to be able to nice piece of equipment to have. Anyway, take care, guys. Have a great day in your shop, and we'll talk to you all in the next upload.